I hurt my back a couple days before E3, so this video will feature less live action stuff and more voiceover work than the typical Scotty video. But you're not here for any of that, you're here for E3, and so am I. So let's roll the intro. E3 is a big deal for me every year. I always tune into all the conferences, read articles across different websites, and I usually try to get my friends involved in sort of making up predictions and theories over stuff that we think we're going to see. This wasn't my favorite year for E3, and I don't think any of the companies won the show, but I do think each company had a good showing. Of course, there were a ton of games that I wasn't interested in, like some of the sports games or some of the racing games, even though The Crew 2 did look pretty good. But overall, I think everyone had a good conference with good energy and solid games to show. Even if most of the games that I'm super excited to play won't release until next year, or years to come. Speaking of games, I want to talk about a few games that I was most excited for and surprised me the most this E3. So the first game that I was most impressed with was Super Mario Odyssey. I love Mario games. They were my jam as a kid, and they're my jam now. And this game looks really incredible. It reminds me a lot of what Nintendo did with Zelda and Breath of the Wild, taking an older formula and breathing new life into it. It's so weird that Odyssey is like this strange and creative. The gameplay and animation, everything looks spectacular. And what I really like is how expressive Mario is, and we've never seen him this expressive before. I mean, it's a typical 3D Mario game, but the worlds look way more open-ended than they were before, and it looks like you have a lot to do in each world. Moreover, my favorite thing, we're going to be playing this game in October, so that is so good that Nintendo started their Switch launch with Zelda, and they're ending the year with Mario Odyssey. Man, they're doing good. They're doing real good. So another game is A Way Out. This is the only game at E3 that took me by surprise and totally took my breath away. I was blown away by the trailer. I mean, the concept looks great, and the fact that they're recommending you to play it in split-screen couch co-op, that's so cool because when I was little, that's how I played games with my friends. We would all be in the same room, we would do LAN parties, or we would all be on one TV together. And since no one does that anymore, the fact that this is a split-screen couch co-op experience is even better. And if they promise on what they deliver, it sounds like whoever you play it with, you'll have a unique experience because everybody solves puzzles in different ways. And each area seems like you have multiple solutions. So I cannot wait. They said early 2018, it'll probably be sometime in the spring. So, man, A Way Out looks good. And finally, I'll end with another game that should have been announced during Sony's conference instead of the pre-show, but nonetheless, it's Undertale for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita. And to me, Undertale is such a special game. Never has a game challenged me in the way Undertale has. When I first played it, after about the first hour, I didn't care about the story, and I, at times, didn't care about the characters. The only thing I cared about was a pixelated flower who told me that I could not complete the game without doing one thing. And I won't tell you what that is because I want you guys to play it. And that got under my skin so much that I played it and beat it for the sole purpose of proving this fictional character wrong. And I did, and I totally accomplished my goal. Even at times, I thought I was going to give in. And that is so crazy that a game can have that much of an impact on me. And now I've grown to appreciate the story and everything the game has to offer. It's a game I love sharing with other people and playing with others, and now it's even more accessible to a wider audience. And this was the whole reason why this port was created, because the creator of Undertale, Toby Fox, wanted Japanese audiences to play it. So the fact that the whole purpose of this port was so that Japanese players can play it, that's so huge, and it's really heartwarming to me that Toby Fox wanted to give back to the country that inspired him to make his own games. Like, that is so cool. And whether you've played it or not, that's a perfect excuse to get Undertale for PlayStation 4. I had an exciting time watching E3 this year, and seeing how much we have to look forward to in 2018 only means one thing. that E3 2018 is going to get buck wild.